If you are watching on YouTube, we are going to do a little bit of paint play today. Hi, Wendy. How are you, love? Wendy, I am so sorry. I forgot to message you back. I'm horrible. Hi, Judy. I'm going to message you tomorrow. Promise. Thank you, dear. So I guess we are live on YouTube. That's a good thing, right? So that's a whole situation. So something that I wanted to do, and I used to do it all the time, and I haven't done it for a long time. I wanted to share with you all. Um, grab your journal, grab a piece of paper, grab whatever. Um, a black pen, a permanent black pen is better. You can use pretty much whatever you want. I have a couple of different pens that I like playing with. This is one of the ones that I enjoy drawing with just because it's a 1.5. It's much larger. Um, or you could, let's see, she's trying to get her stuffs. You could use the, those are covered in paint, but you get the idea. I'm tubing. Thank you, Rob. Hi, Annette. How are you? We're playing in the art room tonight. It's Redhead Reads. Hello and welcome. So get some type of a black pen, get your journal, and like I said earlier, grab some colors of paints. If you don't have paint, you can do markers, you can do colored pencils, you can do watercolors, just what something to put some color eventually. If you don't want to do color, you don't have to. Another way to add some color to this is through collage papers. So this is a very open-ended exercise, but the thing with it is it allows you to be creative without your brain telling you you're not an artist. Um, we're going to be drawing lines, and anybody can draw a line. Children can do this exercise. Sometimes children can do this exercise better than we can because they don't have the inhibitions that adults get with their creating. So we're going to see how long my voice lasts. Grammy Petals, hello. This is the book that we tore apart a few weeks ago. I've worked on it a little bit, and basically what I did was after we pulled pages and we were gluing 2 pages together just to give it some thickness. Yoni, love, how are you? We're playing in the journal, doing grunge. Grab your journal. This is mental health exercise. You will appreciate this. Grab your journal, grab a piece of paper, whatever, a black pen, whatever your favorite black pen is. Some color to add later, whether it's paints, markers, colored pencils, crayons, collage. I don't care what it is. We're going to get to some color. But when we tore this book apart, we took a lot of pages out, so we had room to grow as an art journal. This particular video did go to the YouTube channel, so you can go back and look at this. Hi, Linda. Hi, KT. I have glued some pages together to make them stiffer, and I actually gessoed some of them. You will find that different mediums work differently on a gessoed page as opposed to a non-gessoed page. It's it's really not about that, but so you understand, if you don't have a gessoed page, yours may look different than mine. And I'm looking at this thinking I may only do one side instead of both. We'll see how this goes. So I also grabbed a couple of stencils if I want to add some pattern in. Um, you don't have to have any of this. All you really need is a piece of paper and a pen, because this is one of those things that you don't think, okay? And I'm going to put some wax paper behind my pages so I don't get stuff everywhere. You can do this, you don't have to. Is anybody going to play along with me? Because if you're going to play along, I'm going to go a little bit slower. And if not, I'm just going to start doing it. Doodle. Good. Okay. So here's the thing. Grab your black pen, grab your page, and I'm gonna grab a book page. Maybe. Good Lord. Can't she get to book pages? Guys, my room is a disaster. I've been sick, so I've been working on journals and playing and doing all the things. So basically, I'm going to give you an example of what we're going to do with some old book pages. So you're going to take, let me close this up so you can see. You're going to take whatever substrate you have, and you're going to start at one side, and you're just going to make some lines. Doesn't matter. It looks like a hot mess, right? It is a hot mess. But what we're going to do from here, welcome in everyone. I'm watching but not playing. Okay. You go right ahead, babe. This is actually on my YouTube channel, which is Tam's Creative Journey, all one word, no spaces. And you can go back and watch it if you want to. So once you've created this on your page, what we're going to do is we're going to go in and we're going to round out all corners. So we're getting rid of those sharp corners, and we're just going to kind of round them out. And everywhere you find an intersection, you just want to round it out. And you can make this rounded part as large or as small as you want it. But the idea is to create some rounded cells. And by getting rid of all those sharp corners, I know it may sound crazy, but you're getting rid of anything, any cross sections in your brain that are slowing you down. Because it resets the chemicals in your brain, it's calming. And you're not thinking, oh, I'm creating art. You're creating these little cells that we can make patterns in, we can put color in. But one of the things that I really liked for my students to do with this, and I'm going to just do a couple more and show you what I'm talking about. So we have like this rounded thing, and you can make these lines as thick or as thin as you want. But see how we have this? Inside of this, you can write, you can stamp, you can stencil, you can do whatever you want. But say nice things to yourself. You're just saying nice things to yourself. And a lot of times we create in our own mind issues A lot of times we get in our own heads and we worry about what other people think. We worry about, oh, my art's not good enough, or so and so makes better art than me. And that's not what this is about. What this is about is calming your brain. And so many of us have this ADHD brain that just doesn't slow down. But when you are very intentionally removing those sharp corners out of your brain, it calms it. And weirdly enough, it creates fun art. It gives you an awesome place to create, a safe cell. And knowing when we get done with all of this, we're going to paint over this. It may or may not show through, but really, who cares? The point of this is to slow our minds, to be kind to ourselves, to remember that we are worthy, we are loved, and it may not be what we want, what we expect, but sometimes expectations kick our butts, guys. So see how I've got, and it's starting to actually look really cool, right? Here's a big one for Tam today. I feel so much better. Um, all of these things. And if you want to, you can actually grab thicker pens and do thicker lines. You can do this all just black and white. It does not have to be in color. Maybe you're not feeling the color today. Personally, I like the color, but you do whatever you're comfortable with. If you do collage, maybe you can collage in all these spaces and create like a patchwork type piece of art. Does that make sense? And however this looks for you, just know that every time you cover one of these up, a calligraphy pen is probably not the best choice for this, but you're getting the idea, right? But every time you're just creating these rounded off cells and a place to create. Okay? Very simple. So we're going to go back to the journal. I'm going to go back to my journal. I was playing the other day and I just started throwing down some paint, some collage, and this is an example of one of the spreads in my art journal. Is it completed? No. Will I go back to it? Probably. But just so you have an idea, having a book that is a safe place for you to create in, regardless of your mood, regardless of your mental state. And it's a book that was going to go to the bins because that's what happens to books that don't get sold at Goodwill. And it's just a way for you to do some creating. So I'm going to go to my art journal and it's super cheap. Yes. Yes. And it's like I said, I have a video where I showed deconstructing this. We pulled pages apart. We pulled out a lot of pages And now I have great book pages to work on. And then I glued two together to give it some thickness, and I threw some gesso down on some of them. It's not rocket science. So you just go through and draw some lines. I've found that doing horizontal and vertical lines work best for me. Um, but that's just how my brain works. Okay. You do whatever you want to do. If you just want to go cross the page like it doesn't matter. There's no rules to this. What this is about is creating art, um, and a safe place to be for you, for your brain. Um, Another fun thing to do once you get comfortable with this art practice is do it with your non dominant hand. You don't always have to use your dominant hand when you're creating art. Um, Sometimes, if you use your non dominant hand, this pen is not liking this gesso at all. Gracious me, oh my. Um, it's a complete brain reset. And it's not, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like there's no expectations, right? These are just shapes. It's impossible to do it left-handed. It's impossible to reset your brain. That too. But not true. Uni, it's absolutely not impossible. It's just knowing when your brain needs to slow down. And I mean, you create a lot of amazing art, so you do a pretty good job of bringing yourself in with creating. But doing these kinds of exercises, it gives you a whole different outlook on what you're doing. I'm trying to find a different pen because I don't like that pen. Let's see if this one works any better. No, it's impossible to say good things about yourself. Everything else. So, okay, so I'm going to help you out because I mean, I've been knowing you for 3 years, ma'am. You are very loved by the community. You are very talented. You're an amazing artist. Thank you. But you see what I'm saying? Um, Sometimes we need to think about the things that have been said to us and write those things down, whether you believe them or not. And it's hard. And we do this a lot. You guys know I've been doing this for with you now. It's been over a year. I've been doing this with you guys. But it's very, very hard to say nice things about yourself. And when you get into the practice of doing this, even if it's weekly, it feels like you're lying to yourself. So, did we make notes? Tam says, I'm talented. Tam says, I'm loved. I don't get you call bullshit. Wendy, you all. I'm telling you, you all, I will say this though. Do that. Tam says I'm talented. Tam says I'm loved. Tam says I'm loving. Tam says I'm loved. Tam says I'm caring. Tam says the community respects me. All of these things are truths. And believe me, when I first started doing these exercises, I I couldn't find a good thing to say about myself. And so I went to outside sources. And I'm like, okay, I got this art exercise that I have to do for my therapy. And I don't know what to do because I cannot think of 10 good things about myself. And I literally had to get on the phone and ask questions and say, can you give me things to write? And I still have the first one I did, not gonna lie. And it was rough. But what we did was is we started just on a journal page, and that was hard enough, okay? Journal page was rough. But then we took that journal page and we turned it into an art canvas. And there was a huge switch there when you go from putting something in your safe space journal, but then you have to put it on a canvas. Oy mana. I know, right? I was like, no, I can't do this. But it was a really cool exercise. And I mean, I went through this therapy back in 2019. And 6 years later, I can share it with people and I can comfortably sit here and write things, whether I believe them or not. And you have to understand that I have a whole lot of self doubt. I have a whole lot of imposter syndrome. I have a whole lot of um, disbelief that these things are really me. And I remember the first time I wrote, I'm an artist. It literally made me nauseous because I was like, I'm no artist. I can't draw. So and so draws so much better than me, and so does this. And that's where we get into comparing ourselves to other people is very detrimental. And when we're creating, we all have a different style. We all create a style that is truly our own. And it's like with you guys doing the artist trading card swap. When I'm swapping cards out, I have gotten to the point where I can pretty much recognize whose cards are whose without looking at the back because everybody has a style. You're bad at compare. I do, I know. But here's the thing that I think, even with you, Uni, because I'm just going to use you as an example here. You have a very distinct style of art that makes people smile and makes people happy. And I can't think of anybody that I can compare your art to. I love your art. I own quite a bit of your art, but it's it's very uniquely you. It's very uniquely part of your personality. You're bubbly, happy, everybody loves Uni. And watching you grow and open up over the last 3 years has been really awesome. Um, and we all grow, we all change, we all get better at what we do. The more we do it, the better we get at it. That's just a fact of life. And it's one of those things where nobody's better than anybody. Um, Everybody has their own style, and you are the best artist at your style. Think about that. If I tried to do a unicorn poop cookies painting, I would fail miserably and it would look like a 2-year-old did it, right? If you tried to do one of my grungy art journal pages, you would fail miserably at it because it's distinctly my style. It doesn't make you a bad artist. It makes you a good artist. What it does is it's just that's not your style of art, right? So if you take a step back, and that's where the comparing to other people gets us in trouble because we look at it and we go, "Ooh, I want to be able to do that. I could never do that, so I must suck." No, 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 ma'am, we don't. We are amazing at what we do. And part of this exercise is remembering we are amazing at our style, regardless of what it is. We're amazing at it. Thank you. Can you send me pictures when you're done? It's just that's how it is. And once I got to the point where I stopped comparing myself to people, and I'm not perfect. I still do it. I still see people and it's like, "Ooh, I wish I could do that." I'm like smearing ink everywhere. I should have went left to right. I know better than this. Um, Once I got to the point where I stopped comparing myself and just embracing what I do, and it's a very distinct style. I know it is. I've always got funky faces in my art. I love drawing faces. Are they anatomically correct? Rarely. Thank you, Yoni. Um, I I just you know what I mean? It's like if I sit down and have a picture of somebody, can I draw them? Yep, because I've been doing it for so many years. Do I enjoy it? No, because it stresses me out. Because if I'm looking at a source to draw a picture of somebody's face, my perfectionist brain takes over and it fails every time. I can do it, I just don't like to because I know what it does to my brain. So I stick to what I'm comfortable with, and what I'm comfortable with is moody women generally with flaming hair. Wendy, you are an amazing artist, and that brings another thing up. You do like the glass art is beautiful, like amazing. And that's uniquely you style. But when you do like your ATCs for the swap, you have a very distinct style to your cards when you make them that is distinctly you. I can always pick your cards out. Um, I don't know how to explain it, but it's just there. Maybe you're just not recognizing it. Go back and lay out your ATCs from the swap that you've done for the last, what, almost year now, and look at all of your cards and see what in those cards is a constant. when you create a swap. And that's going to give you an idea of your style that is developing. Listen to me teaching away today. Guys, if you get this flu that's going around, I'm going to say this right now from somebody that is a nurse and hates doctors. If you have insurance and you have the ability to go to the doctor, at the first sign of the flu, go to the damn doctor and get an antiviral. You're trying to do ATCs now. I haven't started my ATCs. I need to start my ATCs. But I've got a lot going on. And Rob and I are going to go live thrifting tomorrow. Got a flu shot and COVID shot last week. Ma'am, they don't help with this sickness that's going around. We tested negative for COVID. We tested negative for influenza A and influenza B. Has nothing to do with them. It is some viral flu that's going around that has nothing to do with what they've given vaccines for. It's freaking crazy. They don't tell you that when they give you your shots, but I'm telling you, it has nothing to do with what's going on right now. So if you get it, go to the doctor and get an antiviral prescription. Do not pass go. Do not collect 200. Take your ass to the doctor. I have not been this sick since I had COVID in 21. And you guys know, I don't call in sick. I literally could not get my butt out of bed to do a show. I just couldn't do it. I'm not a napping person. I rarely sleep more than 4 or 5 hours. I would literally get out of bed, have a cup of coffee, get some toast, and go straight back to bed and sleep 6 more hours. The new super flu, yeah. Yeah. Today was the first show I've done for almost 2 weeks. I lost my voice. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't keep food down. Ran a fever. I still have the cough. Yeah, and it's rough, my friends. It's rough. And I'm immunocompromised, so that doesn't help matters in the least. And even Rob, who never gets sick, he was in bed for almost 4 days, in bed for 4 days. It was nutsoid. I still don't feel like I can breathe correctly, but at least I can talk. So here we are. So yeah. So you feel me? Miserable shit, you guys. I like this pen much better for this. Uni pen. This is doing much better on the gesso. So I made sure that I gessoed pretty heavily. I wanted to be able to see the words behind, but I also wanted these pages to be able to take whatever I threw at it, whether I decided to do collage or paint or whatever. And so I think there's 2 coats of gesso on here. Glad you're on the tip. I know, man, it's been miserable. So Robin, like I said, Robin and I are gonna go live shopping tomorrow because I miss it so much. And I never realized how much I enjoyed, that's a really bad word, but like look forward to that every week. And last week, I'm like, Rob, he's like, no, 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 honey, we're not going in public. It's not happening. He's like, we unless we can rent 2 wheelchairs, we're not going. Missy, how are you, love? We're playing in the art room. We're playing with some mental health journaling. And we're drawing shapes. And we are resetting our very busy brains. How are you doing this evening, my dear? Your crap started the week of Christmas. Better, worse, better, worse. Yeah, that's the thing. Is you think you're like on top of it and bam, no, no, you're gonna be sick again. You go to bed one night and you're kind of coughing and miserable, and the next morning you wake up and you got a fever again. I was like, well, that was rude. These little corners down here are kind of hard to get. Okay, so we've got one page kind of done, but doesn't that look really cool? Good, trying to stay consistent. Had 2 shows today. First was good, second not so good. When's your next show, Missy? You were trying to sell little golden books. I'll probably do a pop-up tomorrow. Okay. I don't know how tomorrow's gonna work out. I know Rob and I are gonna go live thrifting tomorrow afternoon. Do you have it scheduled already? Ma'am? Well, go schedule it so we can all bookmark it, please, and then come back. Bedhead girl, welcome. Missy, did you see the paper that Maple found for you? I had to leave because I had a show. Okay. Because I told her just to grab it because if you didn't want it, I would take it. But it was the like the pack of linen paper like we use all the time. Silent creating here. So hi everybody. If you're just joining, if you're watching on YouTube, I'm going to give you a recap of what we're doing. Okay. We're just doing lines. You can do them diagonally, you can do them vertically, horizontally, however you want to do it. It's completely up to you. We are rounding all of the corners because we don't want crossroads. Crossroads tend to make our brains stutter step and we get in our own heads. So once we've gotten rid of those crossroads, We've smoothed out the corners. We have these great cells to work within. Now, within these cells, what I want you to do is write positive things about yourself. And if it makes you uncomfortable, know that it's probably going to get covered up. If you can't think of anything positive about yourself, think of a compliment that somebody has given you recently. Think of something that somebody else has said good about you. And if nothing else, put down, I am loved. Because everybody's loved, right? Everybody's loved. So we're going to do positive things. I'm loved. You can put, I enjoy drawing. I'm a good artist. Um, I am respected. I'm an artist. I hit the camera. And I was saying earlier, the first time I wrote this gave me heart palpitations. You had a good day. Good. You started your job today, didn't you, Malls? Or are you still in training? Oh no, how you doing, babe? Hey, oh no, you got a basket with me, baby girl. You're still in training. How's it going? Awesome. I'm so very happy for you. I am creative. You just wait. I just sent you a picture of the ATC you're doing on here. I think it's in the bin, babe. I'm pretty sure it's in the bin. If it's not, I'll find it for you. Let me check my messages. Wendy. I really like those, Wendy. May I show them? I'm not gonna. Yeah, no, I can't. I'm gonna show them. So these are Wendy's ATCs for the swap for this month. And we decided to do for the artist trading card swap, we're doing artist choice. Now, do you want me to tell you your style, Wendy, that I see right here that would immediately make me think this is yours? It's gorgeous. I love it. You always have some type of a flower or florally or botanicals in some way. You always go to like the frayed edges and the inked edges. And you always have multiple patterns and layers. That's just a gorgeous Wendy card. Just saying. I love it. I'm excited to get them. Thank you. Oh, I can't find my own show. Here we are. Hey, what do you guys think of the new thumbnail, by the way? Yeah, it's just so you. See, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Karen, how you doing? That is awesome that she can pick that out. That is yours. Kind of like seeing a Terry Redlin print everybody knows. Yeah, and see, and that's what we were talking about earlier, Molly. You should not compare your art to anybody else, right? And here's the reason. You have your style and you are the best at your style. There's no point in comparing yourself to other people because everybody has their own style. So you are the best you are at your own style. And do we improve as we create? Absolutely, all the time. Um, but I'm reaching, guys. I'm like multitasking. Your style is a baby. I guess you're trying to help it grow. Yeah. And I mean, I can pick things out up here that you've made that I have certain things up on my desk up here that I can glance at it and know who made what, right? Always. Um, Here, I'm gonna show you. Even your magnets have some type of botanical earthy thing with multiple layers and shapes. I know you don't pay attention to it, right? But it's something that I notice people's artwork. Um, I can if I start taking things down, it's gonna just everything's gonna fall. Um, Botanicals, you very much lean to them. Amberly, hi love. Chloe, did you put my stuff in the bin? I totally forgot to check. I suck. I'm sorry. I did two. This is my second show today. Are you proud? Um, okay. If I haven't got it by the time you get ready to go to bed, text me and tell me to go get my stuff. I can't see. I'm stuck. You love yeah, you love the florals. You love the trees. You love the, um, I can't say all earthy colors, but you have like a color palette that you work with together that you're comfortable with. I love this because it's textured. Guys, I'm showing you stuff that Wendy's made for me if you wonder what I'm doing. Um, it's a whole thing. It's a whole situation up in here, ma'am. Positive things about myself. Excuse me. Um, I'm happy. Um, Thank you. Inspirational. Until I forget to message you back and you wonder what's wrong with me. Um, I'm a teacher. I'm a good teacher. Thank you, Ono. Radiate joy. Um, oh, there is thinking, Chloe. Yes, ma'am. I am a. Did anybody else start singing Freebird in their head? Oh, I have a calming voice. Everybody always tells me that. I am enough. Thank you, Flight Medic. Wendy, great minds. I didn't see that. This was a gift from Libby. I thought it was pretty cool, and I haven't taken it off since she got it to me. Actually, I did have to take it off because I just scrubbed all the paint off of it a couple weeks ago, but other than that, it's never been off. Let's see if we can get this over this hump. So we kind of get it. Yes, I know, right? I am. Thank you. How stupid is it? I forget about that. I just sometimes forget about that. I beat Pam. That's kind of a big thing to forget, Chloe. Uh-huh. I did. Let's see. I do love hard. Lord, do I ever. To my own detriment sometimes. I survived. See, your brain gets going. We'll just put this will, if you know, you know. Oh no, I have a kind heart. Thank you. And notice how I'm switching out between uppercase and lowercase. It just gives it a little bit more interest when you're writing. Um, my friends are all in here knowing me. Da-da-da. See? Now, can you guys do all of this for yourself? It's hard, obviously. I do have an amazing hubby. Wild Hope. How are you, babe? We're doing a mental health exercise. I love. I have an awesome hubby. I hurt people well. I do. I'm a born leader. If you wouldn't say it to your best friend, don't say it to yourself. And that's true. We need to stop. We need to speak kindly to ourselves. We really, really, really need to speak kindly to ourselves because words are powerful. Words are so powerful. And when you call yourself negative names, your brain starts believing it, your actions start acting on it, and it lowers your self esteem. It lowers your actions to a level that you may not necessarily go to, but you keep saying it. I'm a leader. I'm a good leader. I missed one up here. Yeah. I am a loving mother. Can I do two? Yeah, I'm going to do two. I'm an awesome wife because I spoil my hubby. He'll tell you that too. But he spoils me too. Okay, so we pretty much have this done. I need one more. I have awesome friends. Okay, so we're going to stick with this side. I think I have teacher on here somewheres. I'm a good teacher. We did get that. So once we get to here, you can do whatever you want to do with it. I'm dead sexy. Are you sexy and you know it? Yeah. I don't know that goes with that song, Tam. Jeez, oh, Pete, woman. Never said my brain wasn't fried right now. So we can do a couple of things right now. We can throw some paint down, which I often do. And what that looks like, if I can find a paintbrush that's not a watercolor paintbrush, because I don't really want this in my watercolor paintbrushes, because my acrylic brushes are kind of buried over here, friends. Hold that thought. I rearranged some stuff, and of course, the things that I want are kind of buried. Okay, this should do us. That's not going to do small pieces though. A little one for that. Okay, I think we should be good there. So here's the thing with paint. They have like a marking on them and it tells you whether they're opaque, which of course I grabbed all opaque paints. How did I do that? What? No, I did. That's funny. Let me find one that doesn't have opaque on it. Okay, here's one. I'm not using this color, by the way. So see how this one has like a half? That means that it is semi-transparent. Okay. Watercolors are good with this too. Absolutely. Yep. The other thing you can do, which I like doing, I wanted to do this, and of course I didn't grab a sponge because I'm a nincompoop sometimes. See, look, talking mad shit to myself. Sorry, guys. I forget I'm on YouTube. I should not say things like that to myself. I need a sponge. I have sponges somewhere that I can get to right this second without moving. Okay, we do. So one of the things that I like to do is start with a different color. We're just gonna, hi Bay, how are you doing? We're playing. I got my voice back. Go me. That's a hot mess from the last time we played. I know, right? So I'm gonna, this is gonna be such a mess. Get a palette pen. You guys hear the tumbling of everything? Okay, we're gonna grab a palette. So I'm gonna just put down a little bit of acrylic paint. I'm gonna grab a sponge. I'm opening my water dish up. We're doing mental health exercises. All right, so I'm just going to grab a little bit of paint on this sponge. I got my sponge damp, okay? I don't want a ton, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over, let's say, look, I'm happy. So I'm going to just put down happy. Bouncing straight down, straight up. Can you read it? Not really. We're going to do some different colors. Yes. Nice. Are you going to be up for a while? Cool beans. Can I call you later? So we're going to do I am loved. We're going to put beautiful across here just because we can. Is any of this going to show up in my final thing? Probably not. Maybe. You never know. But the thing with it is, it's creating. It's getting some paint down. That kind of showed up. I love drippage. Here, we're going to go sideways. We're going to do my favoriteest color in any art journal page. Oh, I got so much paint. Like, Payne's Gray is the way to go, my friends. You know what I think my favorite thing about Payne's Gray is? is that it's not really gray. It's like this beautiful gray blue. And it's so deceiving when I say gray. People are like, what? And I'm like, but it's such a good color. And it goes with everything. Like, it's a thing. It goes with everything, right? Welcome in, everyone. Playing in the art room tonight. Now, this is where everybody's style comes out, right? We all did the basic thing, but I promise you, I'm going to put some green in here, that every one of us are going to have a totally different looking page. And the reason is because I immediately go to grunge. How can I grunge this page up? It looks so pristine. And Wendy may put flowers down. Greta may put swatches of color. Uni's going to put down bright colors and just swatch out each one of them. You see where I'm going with this? Karen is going to have adorable little girls and faces and cutesy stuff there. Looks pretty cool. It's moody and goes with everything. Exactly. Kind of like me. I'm just moody. But do you see how this all worked out here? Now, I like that enough that I may very well replicate that after I paint all this stuff. Who knows? We'll see what happens. Will these show up? Oh, my pen is smearing. So much for a permanent pen. What the actual? Huh. Well, there we have it. So if you don't want to lose these steps, take a picture of it before you go. Because apparently that doesn't work. Does this need to be perfect? Mm-mm. Just getting paint down. That's it. I'm maintaining my cells. You can draw pictures within your cells. You can do sketches. You can do collage. You can pretty much do whatever you want within here, right? Doesn't really matter. It's the whole process. How many of you are much calmer than when you came in here? That's the question. Does it calm you? Does it make you stop, reflect? Does it just make you feel better about your day? Yep. Oh yeah, I was going to put some different colors in here, wasn't I? I got way too much paint down. Like so much paint. It's okay. Doesn't matter. Is Greta still in here? Welcome in, everyone. We are just doing a little fun little mental health exercise. We're talking about being kind to ourselves, being kind to others, all those fun things that we all do. How much of this down here you can see? But we move this so it's a little bit better. There we go. And you notice I'm not cleaning my paintbrush at all. I don't often clean my paintbrush. I just kind of go with what goes. Probably. I usually do. The reason I asked if Greta was still here is because I saw earlier today that she was doing a D-Stash show tonight. And I don't remember what time it was scheduled for. And I didn't know if she was still planning on doing it or not. It says she's still here. Okay. She'd probably sit in her recliner. Usually when Greta sits in her recliner, she zonks out. Either that, 8, 9, 10. She may be getting Tim to bed. It's about that time. I do. It's a whole calming thing. Now my paintbrush is getting really nasty. That's okay. Yeah. I got a big cell here. I can get some of this paint off. Alice, did you finish your class, ma'am? Look at me just calling you out in front of God and everybody. I'm sorry, love. That was rude. I am very big on mixing on the canvas. I do it quite frequently. I enjoy it, as a matter of fact, because you don't have a lot of control. Close one report almost finished, then a video. Awesome. Much proud of you, my friend. All right, we're going to go to the edge of this one, right? I'm maintaining this. I don't know why. Usually I would just cover it up and do it again, but I kind of like it in the midst of all of that. So we'll see if I can manage to keep it. First accidental swipe over it, it's gonna be gone, but for right now I'm managing it. And this is one of those things that you can go back to it again and again. And every time you do it, you're going to come up with something different, right? Because every day you're going to be in a different mood. It doesn't matter. Blue. Oh, I messed that one up. Darn. Okay, well, that's the whole thing. No, we're going to add some new color in. Look, I got some really cool copper. Throw some copper in here. Because, what's a page without some copper on it? Ooh, that copper looks interesting with the green. Do you love when your hand jags and you get weird lines? Makes for interestingness. What are the colors I have here? Now back to the green. Is anybody else painting? Wendy, are you painting tonight? Or are you just hanging out? Stop hitting the camera. Another thing you can do if you want to make your paints more translucent so you can see these words, you can actually mix it with some gel medium, which is what gel medium was actually intended for, is to extend your paints. And it will make them, trying to finish your ATCs, nice. Your ATs are gorge, man. So, I mean, there's different ways that you can play with this. And like I said, you can collage over it. You can just leave it. You don't have to put color in it. I just like painting. And it's been a minute, so here we are. It's a tricky little corner. One's really bad to be messed up, but it's not going to happen because here we are. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome to Friday Night Art Room Play. Thanks for joining us. We do this every Friday night that I can. We get together. Sometimes we do journal pages. Sometimes we make ephemera. And I just kind of felt like it's been a while since we've done a mental health exercise, and I was just kind of led to do one. So that's what we're doing. Corner is not my friend sideways, is it? There we go. Okay. Slide this over. We've got just a few more cells to go. We're going to throw some copper smack in the middle of this. Kind of mixed in with the Payne's Gray, which actually I like a lot. I mean, what's better than Payne's Gray and copper, right? You have to take breaks off and your left hand is bothering you. I'm using a compression glove. I'm sorry, babe. Athena said earlier she'd messed her wrist up and had to cancel her show. And we were talking about the joys of getting old, or the lack thereof. Purple, yellow, and green. Yeah, very much so. You went back and looked, didn't you? My paintbrush is getting bogged down. Sorry. I keep hitting you with my paintbrush. Paint's great, yeah, it does. Alright, we need a yellow one here. That's like not even yellow anymore. It's like a dirty, coppery yellow. That's okay. Oh no, I went over the lines. Honey mustard, right? Boy, she's just mess. I did so well, and I get to the last one, and I'm trying to hurry, and I messed it up. That's okay. The beautiful thing is that I can write over this once it's completely dry, and fill those lines back in if I want to. So that's a thing. I find when I start holding my paintbrush down like this, that's when I start messing up. I know better. Years and years, I know better, right? There we go. I was just too bogged down. Couldn't do it anymore. So you can put as many or as few layers on here as you want. You can pretty much do whatever you want. And honestly, just putting paint down is so calming. I need another Payne's Gray up here. I have awesome friends. It's something to be very grateful for. Y'all are amazing. Almost there. To find the lines with a fat paint marker. You're welcome. Thank you. I can. I have one too. It's just screaming to be used. I have learned over the years, though, never, ever, ever, ever put your paint pens in wet paint. They don't play nicely together at all, ever. No matter how you may think it's dry, it's really not. Promise you it's not. Okay, so this is where we're at. I'll move my paint over here. Is it done? No. Is it perfect? No. Do I feel better? Absolutely. So it's basically just color patching, right? It's getting feelings out. Another thing you can do in the same sense here as what we just did, instead of writing the things about yourself, you can actually do dump journaling. Does anybody not know what dump journaling is? For those of you that have never heard that terminology before, it may just be me a terminology, but I've heard other people use it. It's where you literally just dump your feelings, regardless of whether it's good, bad, indifferent, whatever. You just dump your feelings here. Regardless. So, an example of that, yeah, right? An example of dump journaling would be, we're going to flop this down here for a minute. I guess I don't need that right now. You can do, I think we determined that this paper doesn't like this pen or this pen doesn't like that gesso. However, and what you're doing is you're writing, you're not picking up your pen. So it doesn't have to be legible. Sometimes it's better if it's not legible. And I didn't finish filling these out, so that's going to be a whole thing that we're going to do. But you get the idea. And so you just keep writing. Um, Bam. That means nothing to anybody. But for me, it just gets those thoughts, feelings, all of that out. And now I can, oops, sorry. I can grab my paintbrush and I can stick my hand in there. I can go in and I can just paint away because it's all out of my brain, right? And it's another exercise that we do frequently is dump journaling. And then creating something pretty on top of it resets your brain from the negativity. So that's a whole situation there, right? Any questions on that one? Thank you. It's just getting it out of the head. Are you actually a flight medic? I know that was such a random question. Nice. That is a stressful job. Ground and air going on 32 years. Wow. And you know what? I know what you just said is, yeah, it's stressful, but it's my job. Because I used to get that with my job all the time. People would be like, oh my gosh, how do you do that? That's crazy. But you hit a point where it's another day at work, right? I I was a hospice nurse, so I yeah. Yep. You do what you need to do, right? Yellow. I lost my order. White, green, blue, yellow, white, copper. I missed one. Good question. What does it mean when you write if you go back and forth between cursive and printing? I know there's probably a meaning behind it. I'm not positive what it is, but I know that I do it very frequently. And part of it is laziness on my part. Because there's certain letters that I don't like writing in cursive, and I was always in trouble in school. But I had a therapist tell me once that it was trauma induced. And I'm like, well, I've been doing it since I learned to write. She's like, well, then that means you had a traumatic childhood. And I giggled. Nah, not me. Sorry, hitting that thing again. So, anyway, curious to look it up and see what they say these days is. The reasoning behind it. That's a good question for Google. Let's see what Google says. I don't write like my R's. I don't write in cursive. There's certain letters that I just don't. I mix it constantly. So maybe it was trauma induced because I couldn't make R's properly. Because, we had to do the little loop-de-loos. And so I just did regular R's. Silly, right? Yeah, look it up. Let's see what we. I just mix my colors up so badly. There's no mistakes in art. There's happy accidents. Ask Bob. Happy little trees. Have you guys ever tried to follow a Bob Ross tutorial? I know that was so random out of nowhere. We all suffered that trauma. Right? So I just don't do it. I just make regular R's in the middle of my cursive. And there again, like we were talking about art patterns earlier. We have very distinct patterns with our handwriting, even, right? Excuse me. Our handwriting is like a signature in itself. Good luck for you, Tam. If you have patience and let your colors dry, they will layer on top of each other with acrylics, I'm just saying. But you have to have the patience to let it dry in order for that to happen. Okay. There we go. Okay. All right, we got this. Okay. So, I love you, Karen, so very much. I have no idea, ma'am. I was just getting ready to say, does anybody want to share their artwork with me before we find somebody to raid into? And Karen sent me her gorgeousness that she did. So you. And it's so good. Bam. I love it so much. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that. Does anybody else have any? Anybody else create with us tonight? I know we saw Wendy's ATCs. You enjoyed it, see? I'm glad you did. I thought it might be too messy for you. But you made it your own and it's not messy. Now, once all this paint is dry, I'm going to say this. You can go back with your pen and you can outline things. You can take your paint pen, you can doodle on it. A lot of times, what people will do here is been listening and putting bags together. That's awesome. So at this point, once everything's dry, because we don't want to ruin it, you can actually doodle on here. You could, which pen is this? No, I don't want the calligraphy one. You can do some mark making. It can be patterns. It can be pretty much whatever you want to do. You can make designs within here. You can make these into flowers. It's just a whole situation. You can do whatever you want. If you're not ready, just stop arting. Just do little doodles. Fill it in. It doesn't have to be perfect. Nobody cares. You can do squiggly lines. Google often indicates you are pragmatic, efficient, and an independent thinker. There you got it. That doesn't explain me at all. Oh, that's so funny. You do it too, don't you, Wendy? I bet Karen does it too. Yep. I will Google it. I never really thought about it. I just had the therapist tell me that it was trauma, so I was just like, well, duh, and just kept right on going with life and never thought to look it up myself. That's what I get for thinking my therapist knew what she was talking about. I don't know, Maya. It's just the whole thing. So there, see, you can put patterns in each little space. I can't even manage to get upper and lowercase all together. I mean, obviously, right? It's a situation. So your basic doodles, you can do it in different colors. You can take your Posca pens to this. You can take a pencil to it, an ink pen, charcoals, whatever you want to do. You can take your Stabilo. Like I said, I would wait until it's completely dry just because you don't want to ruin it. I would hope you don't want to ruin it. You can get a fatter pen. And the size of your writing changes. Yeah. My, oh, you don't want to work now. I realize that when I am three a.m. dumping because I can't sleep, my writing is very small and tight. And when I'm just doing like my morning journaling, it's very loose and loopy. That's not going to work for me. There, did I just wrap myself out? I don't know. It's the 3 a.m. I can't sleep that gets me. And we hear all the things, and they say it's high cortisol, and you need to do this, and you need to do that. And I mean, at the end of the day, probably. Is it something that I'm going to fix anytime soon? Probably not. Because life just be keeping right on lifing, folks. Life's always lifing. Devin Clark, Mama of Two, welcome. We're playing in our art journals. How are you this evening? Okay, let's talk about what we have upcoming. If I write a full page, it will look like 10 different people. You'd giggle if you saw my writing journal, Wendy. Same Z's. Tomorrow, Rob and I are going live to Crafty Thrifting. Please come join us. I've missed it terribly. Monday, I am hosting Artisan Alley. It is Artisan Alley 2.0 by Custom Wood Burning and Lilac Bloom. And January is um, featuring handmade jewelry artists. So it's going to be like 15-minute stops to meet jewelry makers on the app. And a couple of them I've never even seen before. So I think that will be good. And then hoping next week to get back to my regularly scheduled stuff. So we will see how that works out for me. I have, what else do I have upcoming? Debbie's Atelier demo train is coming up. And obviously, I'm going to be doing jelly print demos for that. I do have an exciting kit that is going to be releasing the beginning of the week. It is for a journal kit, and as soon as my printer ink gets here and I can print out the pages for it, I'm going to show it and release it. That is going to be the class will be the first Friday of February. And it is yet another Love Thyself project. So I think you all will be very excited for that. I started putting things together for the kit and my printer ran out of ink, so I can't sell them yet. So rude. So rude. Yes. And I'm going to have fun stuff coming from Chloe that I want to add into it. So that's exciting. So it's going to be an extremely unorthodox. It's going to be very unorthodox journal for all my gal pals. It's a gal pal kind of thing. I don't normally do that kind of stuff. And I just decided I wanted to do it this year, so we're going to do it. So if you can, set aside the first Friday of February for that. Galentine's. Yeah. So does anybody have any questions? Does anybody want to share? Or are we ready to find somebody to read into? No? No questions? No input? I feel like I have to finish these because I started it, right? And am I going to get back to it anytime soon? Probably not. Or maybe I will. Who knows? But I want to kind of show you a halfway finished project. There. I am glad you got to see me too. I had a moment where it was kind of touch and go. I was wondering if I was going to land back in the hospital. So, all right, my friends, I think we're done with this. Thank you all for hanging out with me. I greatly appreciate it. Weathered Shanty, hello, my sweet. How are you doing? I'm back. So, this is our project. I love you. I love you all. I appreciate all of you. greatly appreciate each and every one of you being here. Um, oh, that's like a whole, what? That's crazy. Blast from the past. I was just thinking about her today. Janann mom's selling beads. I haven't seen her in months. No hospital visits, you're right. Does anybody have any requests for somebody to raid into? My thing is not showing any. Oh, not recently, Judy. Last time when I got COVID. Yes, find me an artist, please. No, I didn't mean to panic you. No, I wasn't in the hospital. It was pretty scary though for a minute. I am sorry you missed it too. The beautiful part is it is on my YouTube channel, and that is Tam's Creative Journey, all one word. If you want to go back and check and see what we did. Um, Tomorrow afternoon, Rob and I are going to be doing. It'll probably be evening for you, but we're going to be doing our live crafty thrifting that we do every Saturday. So you could come hang out with us at the thrift store and learn how my brain works. Everybody says they love going to the live thrifting because I explain what I use different things for. And I use a lot of things in very unorthodox manners. So to me, a lace dress has nothing to do with a dress. It has to do with journal covers and closures. Scarves are used for journal closures. Um, Purses are used for journal covers. They're chopped up and pages are sewn in. Um, all the things. Crafted Pages by Fiore. Oh, you know what? I popped into her show the other night. We're going to go see her. She's new to me. And she is very talented. So we're going to go meet somebody new. Drop some purple hearts and blue butterflies in the chat. Thank you all for hanging out with me. For those of you on YouTube, thank you for hanging this long. If you have any questions, y'all go to the YouTube channel and put comments. I love seeing comments there. So have a blessed rest of your evening. Get some rest. And we will be live shopping tomorrow. Much love to each and every one of you. Have a blessed night. Bye.